What is up, Knicks fans? Coming at you a video. Tomorrow is the first game in a while for the Knicks. Even if it's preseason, I'm hyped. I don't care. Uh, I want to go over a few things today. Tomorrow, I'll recap the game afterwards. Uh, tell you my insight of what I see. Uh, what I saw happen in the game tomorrow and everything like that. I probably throw on the highlights and everything in the background also and everything. So I just want to talk about it. But today, a few topics I want to hit on. First of all, I want to talk about how Tom Thibs, the Thibmeister, it was the other day, like 3 days ago, something like that, maybe 4, I don't know. But he spoke about how the lineup of Randall and Obi does not work. There's no like, yes, the advanced stats show, I guess, that they had productive minutes together, but in his view, he saw it as, especially in closer games, he saw it as a negative. It wasn't working. It didn't amount to anything. So he thinks that a lineup of Randall and Obi won't be a good mixture. And he's an old style type of player. You see how the Warriors and even Celtics, teams like that, even Giannis and these dudes, they go small, and they have a power forward, basically a power forward playing the center, and it still helps. It helps because they play faster. The spacing is great. Um, as long as they're committed on the defensive end, you can still bother a lot of possessions, even with the big in there. It's just like, who you gonna have at center though? You're gonna have Randall at center. If he's not locked in on defense, it's not gonna work. And Obi, he's not defensively sound to be a center. He's still trying to play his power forward position. So it's like on defense. So it's like, I understand his reasoning. It's just that, why not just throw it in, mix it in a few minutes here and there, just to get some runs in with that. Play faster, especially if a team goes smaller. But even if a team bigger and they just playing great defense, we not getting nothing, throw that in just to space the floor more. Play faster. Tell Obi and Randall to dig in on defense. You can get these guys playing right, especially with a few minutes here and there. You don't need to have a full half a game or a full quarter with them playing as a tandem. Just a couple minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes here and there. Just throw it in, get them running, get them spacing. A lot of driving lanes for a lot of guys. So I just think you need to just try it out, experiment a lot more, because there was not that many experiments with Obi and Randall last year, and it should have been. Especially that it was a down year. You should have did it more last year, to be honest, than this year. But we have a Hardenstein to space the floor a little bit more, so I don't know. So that's my thoughts on that. I just think he needs to, even though he doesn't want to do it, just try it. Randall, and it came up, right, that Randall is trying to embrace playing faster, which he did not. They said they wanted to play faster last year. He kept slowing them down last year because he wanted to play. Either he didn't get back on defense because he was mad he missed a shot, or whatever, or he just brought the ball up slow because he wanted to. He just didn't want to play fast at that moment. That's not how you do it. If you said you wanted to play fast as a team, you play fast as a team, and we play better as a fast team anyway. So yeah, and without the ball, Randall embraces playing faster and without the ball. Can that happen though? I think yes, because Rose being back helps him play off ball, and Jalen Brunson can help him be like levy his usage. Like, he doesn't need to have the ball in his hand constantly. Try to make plays, try to force things. He can just play within the system. Even Barrett has been playing better on the ball than Julius. to play off of Barrett also. Just as many things you can do to get your points, get your 20 and 10, and still make an impact and still do things to help your team win. And all those things are off the ball more than all of them on the ball. If he can play off the ball, that is the difference maker of if we can be a bottom like to 8-7, 9-8-7 to maybe 6-5. If we could get there, because Randall wants to play off ball more, take the opportunities was given to him instead of trying to force everything, trying to be the man, then we can be a top 16, definitely, as long as Randall embraces that role, like you said. You can say one thing and do another. Another topic I want to talk about tomorrow's game mainly. Grimes is out. Grimes, we heard that he had a foot soreness and it's still bothering him to the point where he was day to day, but it's still bothering him to the point where he can't play tomorrow. So he's out. Jericho Sims is questionable. I don't know if Mikhailo was gonna play, but yeah, he's questionable also. Both of them have a sore groin. And Daquan Jeffries concussion. Oh, he had a concussion. That's fucked up. But yeah, so those are the injury reports for tomorrow, and Quentin Grimes injured, so that means a lot more playing time for Cam Reddish. Can Cam Reddish impress coach tomorrow? Because obviously he's not impressing him in practice and all that for him to, well, I mean, impressing him like putting in the work like RJ, Quickly, Obi, Grimes, how they put in work. For some reason, coach, or it's not for some reason, maybe he's not putting in the work. I don't know. We're not there to see. But Cam maybe not putting in the work like those guys, and that's why he's not getting the minutes he's or being talked about in terms of getting minutes the way other guys are. But if he can show, even without working as hard as these guys, if he could show that he got the defense, he got the offense to make this team awesome, then yeah, he's gonna have to get minutes, bro. Especially if Quentin Grimes miss another game, and they need him, and he still shows up again, like consistently shows up. That's what I'm talking about. And he's gonna have a lot of playing time tomorrow because you know how first half their starters play, second half they don't play at all. They let everybody else play. That's what most likely is gonna happen. And Cam is gonna get a lot of run within that time, and he's gonna be able to show a lot what he can do. And if he can take over quarters, then bro, he has to be put in. He has to get minutes no matter what. Even if it's 15 minutes, right? 10 to 15 minutes. As minutes, and if he can show within those minutes, I'm talking about the regular season, if he can show within those minutes that he can produce at a high level and consistently, then he's gonna have to keep getting his minutes pushed up, even if Tom Thibodeau don't want him on the team. It just seems like he doesn't. But Grimes, Grimes. I don't know. I hope this doesn't affect his season, bro. He had a great off season. Last season. Let's start from last season. He got the minutes he can. He produced that whenever he can. Then they put him in the starting lineup, and he was the man. Then he got injured. Then he couldn't get back to where he was at when he came back from injury, but he was still producing. Then this offseason, my God, he was the man. He was the man for the Summer League team. He was a leader, and he was the man. And he was playmaking, he was defending, he was shooting, he was doing everything, showing his whole back. And then you get an injury now. Shouldn't have happened. And he wasn't able to compete for that starting 2 spot, even though it seemed like Tom Thibodeau definitely wanted to make Fournier a starting shooting guard no matter what. But if Grimes would have came into training camp killing Fournier, violating almost everybody, guards and everybody, then how can you deny him the starting spot? Although putting Fournier as the backup 2 will diminish his trade value, and I'm pretty sure they can end up trading him during this season or next off season, something like that. Most likely, because there's a lot of playing time that need to be passed on to Grimes. But he needs to not be injured, bro, because we need him there. We need him active. We need him playing his defense, offense, getting in the rhythm. So this season, because we're gonna rely on him hard body. Because Fournier's not gonna play the defense, he's gonna play, and if he can get his 3-point stroke already on point, that's all the more better. Because Fournier is not gonna be up to the task to play defense. And at the end of games, we're gonna need Grimes more than Fournier. Definitely. So yeah, Grimes out, Sims out, Cam impress, and I think he will. How would the starting lineup play offense and defense? And it ties in with my other question: How will Jalen Brunson impact this team? Oh, the new additions impact this team. That goes to Isaiah Hartenstein also, but let's start with the starting lineup. I think the starting lineup, because it's gonna be Grimes. I'm sorry. It's gonna be Jalen. It's gonna be Fournier. It's gonna be RJ. It's gonna be Julius and Mitchell Robinson. So who? I mean, they complement each other for the most part, right? Because Fournier, if he doesn't play on ball, if he embraces that moving constantly off ball, just catch and shoot, moving off ball, and focus on defense, not on playmaking. Because I will leave that up to Jalen and RJ. I'll leave that up to them, and have Julius and Fournier playing more off ball, spot up shooters. Especially if Julius can catch fire from 3-point line, but I'll just say if he can just catch and shoot from mid range mostly. Pick and roll, catch him. Let Jalen Brunson draw the double team, catch mid range, spot up shot, easy, right? If he could do that consistently, while Fournier's running around, drawing too many eyes, RJ's cutting, and he can spot up too. It's like these guys, they can benefit of defensively. Let's go defensively, because offensively is defensively. I think RJ, Julius, and especially if Julius is locked in, and Mitchell, great defensively. All of them can guard in and out, perimeter and the paint. They can all guard. Now, it's Jalen Brunson and Fournier that's the weak points. But as long as they give effort and hound these guys on the perimeter and have them drive in to our big man, and if we pick up our rotations, there's no reason why we can't do our thing. I mean, because Fournier he gives effort and he's tall, so he's tall enough. He's 6'7" or something like that, 6'6", 6'7", and as long as he gives effort, he can bother shots. Jalen Brunson will not bother shots, but he's stronger than Fournier. So I think their defense will be good. It will be sound. Defense is an effort thing, and as long as they're connected defensively, they will be a good defensive team, even with the weak individual defenders in Jalen Brunson and Fournier. I think they can make a big impact. Jalen Brunson and Fournier can make a big impact as long as they defend like hell on that perimeter. They're not doing anything in the paint, but if you can just hound these guys on the perimeter, we can do our thing, because everybody else on that starting squad can't play in and out, can't defend in and out. Offensively, it's the same last year, just with a consistent type of player. And let's say Kimber was consistent offensively, super consistent offensively, and able to just take niggas off the dribble consistently, able to get to the rim consistently, and mix it up, cross dudes. And if that's what Kimber game last year, we would have been great last year and offensively. But that didn't happen. So Jalen Brunson is gonna take that mantle. He's gonna be able to do that stuff because he got that game. But I would say he's probably a little stronger than he is stronger than Kimba. Kimba's more of a veteran. He's more savvy when he actually is healthy and everything. I don't know. I just think this offense can complement each other as long as they're on point. Just like the defense, if they're connected, if they're playing with each other, have that chemistry to move off of each other, then we could be. Now, I want to go to the bench unit because the bench unit is gonna be with Grimes out. We got to solidify bench unit, but Grimes will make a wrinkle when he comes back, and it's gonna be hard because if Cam shows out, we're gonna want Cam to continue playing, right? But it's gonna work. That bench unit is gonna be really awesome together. They're gonna be tall. They're gonna be good defenders all throughout. Because as much as Rose and Quickly shorter, they are good defenders. They're not great defenders in the paint, but they're great defenders on the perimeter. And Hartenstein, he's gonna make them play awesome. He's gonna space the floor for them. So many driving lanes for Rose, Quickly, Cam, even Obi, because you have to stick to Hartenstein, and he's a great passer. So if he gets past that first dude, one step, easy pass to whoever's open, it's gonna be a show with that bench unit. That bench unit, it could be Grimes, it could be Cam, whoever's in that small forward spot. They're gonna show out. It's the starting lineup that's consistently gonna be a problem for us. But I think Jalen Brunson gives a wrinkle that's gonna help offensively. It's the defense that's gonna suffer. But like I said, if they connected, if they're on a string connected, there's no reason why they can't be a good defensive team. Even with like I said, the bad individual defenders in those two, you can still do something. You can still make them go the way you want them. You make them drive to your big man. Make them drive to Julius Randle. He's strong enough to stop drives. Get them to drive towards your man's where RJ can't put a hand in there, affect his drive, pass out to RJ's man. RJ get back on point. Like, if they can get on point with their defense, there's no reason why they can't be a good defensive team, and their offense will be awesome, especially if they run out. If they start to run out, leak out, and run off of rebounds, off of missed shots and everything, even off of make shots. If they just running it down the throat, it's over. Like, this team is great when they run, they play fast, and we got a good decision maker in Jalen Brunson, and we got a second good decision maker on that starting lineup, but RJ more than Randle. Although Randle can make good decisions sometimes, not all the time. That's why we can't have him playing. We can't have him playing the main ball handler, decision maker. We can't have that. And RJ was better last year than Randle was last year. It was all mental last year for Randle. Look, Rose said something. I'm still challenging myself to be a vocal and thinking it is to be vocal, and I think it is rubbing off on the young guys. Young guys getting vocal too. That's somebody I want to be more of a leader. RJ. He showed that he was a leader last year, through and through. RJ didn't want to take the tough questions, just go to the interviews in general and everything. He was able to skip out on all those interview shits. RJ was taking all those tough questions. He was taking a tough task of the offense, being a main playmaker on the offense, decision maker on the offense, and playing defense against most of the best defenders and best offensive players on the team, on opposition. So it's like he had so much to do last year that this year he has to be a leader. He has to tell niggas what he wants. He needs to be the one. Not only him and Jalen Brunson's gonna do it, but I want him specifically to show through his actions, but also speak with your mind, bro. It's no, you year 4, you've been great. Had a 20-point year last year. You're on the verge of being an all-star as long as you're consistent on the floor. You know that this is your team more than it is Randall's. So, bro, speak your mind, bro. You see something, say something. You don't like what somebody's doing, say something. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's all on you, RJ. You need to be the man. And we know he can be the man as long as he's given the opportunity. And if he's consistent on offense, it's over. Because that's going to affect his defense, because he's going to want to play better defense, because he's killing niggas on offense. He wants to stop these niggas on defense. And if they leak it out, RJ loves to leak out, to play in the fast break. He loves the fast break. You saw how he played with those young guys in the bench unit last year. He played great with the bench unit. Overall, every time last 2 years, when he played with the bench unit, he played better with the bench unit than he did with the starting line in general. So it's like, it's a lot of questions with this team, but tomorrow's we're gonna have a lot of answers. We need Grimes back, and I wish Jericho was healthy enough to play tomorrow, because he's gonna have a lot of run tomorrow. They're not gonna have Hartenstein play the whole shit. So yeah, Mitchell and Hartenstein, they're gonna get them rest. So they wanted Jericho to play a lot. So let's see. I'm hyped about tomorrow. I really wanted tomorrow to be today, but let's go. I'll check y'all later.